I was up to midnight, and you guys will not believe what happened to me. I woke up about 3 hours after falling asleep, about 3 a.m, and I couldn't really relax, so I got out my phone, and of course, what am I doing at 3 in the morning? Hey guys, what's up? It's Dezi again, and I am back with another video. I have decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different. I saw Shadow Harvest did a video like this. It's more of like a morning routine, and I think it's really cool how she kind of did a twist where it's more of a morning routine, but it's also a witchy morning routine. I found for myself it's really difficult to even want to do anything in the morning. I am not a morning person. I am a night owl, and just kind of adding a little extra interest for me in terms of making it something that I am interested in, like being more spiritual, is definitely more fun for me. So I decided, along with that idea combining with what happened last night, I couldn't sleep last night. I was up to midnight, and you guys will not believe what happened to me. I woke up about 3 hours after falling asleep, about 3 a.m, and I couldn't really relax, so I got out my phone, and of course, what am I doing at 3 in the morning? I'm checking Twitter, I am doing the Instagram stuff, just kind of checking people's feeds, and of course, because Lizzie Hale is always online after shows, I checked her account, and she had been posting this little post, and I'll kind of put a little, if I can, I'll put a little, is at like 3 something in the morning. Well, I slept 3 hours and now I'm awake. All I want to do is play my guitar now that I saw Lizzie Hale in her latest post about showing up and doing the work. She writes daily. She writes music daily. Guys, no excuses even on tour. If she can do it on her schedule, I can too. Let's do this. And then she replied with, "Fuck yeah, girl, you got this." And once I saw that, I was so beyond excited. This is the first time that she was ever able to actually reply to me on any of the feeds that I've ever posted. She basically runs all of her socials, and she does see everything, like she mentions all the time on her interviews, but this was the first time she was actually able to respond to me, which meant so much to me for sure. And it wasn't just one post. She responded 3 times. It had a little mini combo with me, which just made, like, I feel like my whole life. And then my response to that was, "Thanks, this made my night. You fucking rock. You have no idea. This is fuel to my fire." And then her response was, "I'm so glad, Dezi. Now go make some noise." And if you guys don't know much about Lizzie, but she definitely believes in just going to make noise when you practice. She doesn't even like to call it practice. She just plug in your guitar and start making sounds, and that's how you learn. And I definitely love that about her, because I always felt stigmatism when it came to the thought of practicing, because practicing in my mindset constituted being perfect. And another one of her rules is if you do something wrong repeatedly, like more than once, then it's not a mistake anymore. So that kind of took the pressure off in a lot of ways. So my ideal morning routine, it's been non-existent. I've been sleeping way too much like Shadow Harvest. I have a lot more freedom in my life right now, which is really nice, leading up to a throat surgery that I'm going to be having to get my tonsils removed, which has been constantly causing me a state of stress, especially because I do want to do music, so I'm sometimes even scared to even talk too much or to practice, even clean singing, let alone any type of distortion, which is what I really want to do. Creating a morning routine is super important to me to make sure that I am on my game in that sense. So my very first thing in the morning when I get up and refill that humidifier, which is really important for me to keep my health going. And then my very first task after that is to do morning yoga. Yoga's been really super beneficial for me to begin with. For being a singer, it just really helps open up the body cavities and allow that resonance to pull through. But I've also been finding that with another issue that I'll tell you later on, a lot of my energy has been really stagnant and sticky, and it's been a battle, to say the least, to keep that flowing. So not just yoga in that sense, but also something that's focused more energetically through the chakra system to begin with. And it's something that I'm going to do every single day, 10 to 15 minutes minimum, uninterrupted, right in the morning, just to kind of get that energy going, because I am not a morning person, like I said. So when I do get up, I find that I'm just kind of like floating around and not really doing anything. Even though I may get up early, I may just sit there on my phone or get consistently distracted, which is not worth even getting up. I might as well stay in bed at that point. Picture of her post, what it said, and then I had made a reply to it, basically saying, well, that's fucking awesome. The gist of it was how even though she's on tour, she makes it a habitual habit to pick up her guitar and write her lyrics and her songs every day, whether on tour or not. And I thought that was really inspiring. She's a huge inspiration for me to begin with, but just something like that, I was like, someone with that type of schedule and the amount of interviews that they do and the amount of staff that she's responsible for, I just think it's amazing that she makes sure she has time for herself and her craft in that way. So with the combination of that, I decided that I was going to make this video and kind of mush it up together, make it musical and witchy and like a morning thing. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. The next one would be for meditation. I used to be extremely habitual of this, but I've let it completely fall to the wayside. All of my spiritual practices have completely gotten thrown out and neglected, and I don't like that. So I do feel bad about it, and I do feel like I'm not connecting to spirit guides or anything like that in the way that I should be at this point. And I feel like a lot of messages have been really stagnant and getting lost. So meditation daily, leave offerings daily, and thanks to the altar. For even if it's not a deity, I would like to leave something more of my guides and guardians, leaving them a cup of coffee or a cup of water, and just thanking them for like being there and protecting. I think would be a really nice thing to do, and to also keep the energy flowing throughout my altar space, and just give them that consistent thanks for that, because they are there all the time, whether I'm aware of it or not. And it's definitely something that I think all people should do who have an altar. And then I'll be doing my gratitude journal. I used to do this all the time for just getting my confidence up. I was so unconfident for the longest time. In a lot of ways still am, but just doing my I ams and doing my affirmations of what I attract and what I want to attract and what I do attract, and in the most positive sense, and just getting my excitement up. I feel back when I used to work at Massage Heights, I was so grateful. I was so excitable about life and about even just the next person I get to work with that's on shift that day. Even if I didn't have the most favorite person coming in that day, I had another reason to be thankful for that. I always looked for something several times throughout the day to make myself excited and get ready to go for that day, and I found I felt so good back then. I really was on cloud nine all the time. And I know you can't always be like that, but for the majority of the time, if you keep an eye on your gratitude and your focus, that I think you can feel like that majority of your life, which is amazing. So why not? Why wouldn't you want to monitor your thoughts? And why wouldn't you want to be grateful, because the more grateful you are, I find the more your manifestations come into play anyways, so it's kind of like a win-win. So my main things I'm going to be looking to be writing about is what I'm thankful for, what I'm excited for and looking forward to, and what my top 3 goals for that day is going to be. And if I don't achieve anything else other than those 3 things, other than what's on this list, then I'm going to be happy. Hey guys, I'm back. This video clip got corrupted, I think, so I can't find it. Anyways, I wanted to redo that. I wanted to redo what I was talking about tarot. So I definitely wanted to do tarot every morning and do a daily card pull, whether it's 1 card or a set of a few and then like an oracle. Just because I find I get so off put by tarot that I allow myself to never learn it. I get overwhelmed and I put it away, and I'll watch the card pulls and all those things, but I never actually try to learn it or create any type of interpretation for myself. So that's definitely something I'm going to do every single day, and I'll be writing it down into my gratitude journal every morning, along with kind of a little bit of the history of the card and my interpretation of it as well, so that I can start to learn these things. Because I think what really stopped me from actually learning tarot was that someone told me a while back that you're not supposed to pull cards for yourself, and the spirits and the guides and all that would be irritated and irritable with you because you're looking for a free reading. And it took me a while to come to terms with that was just bullshit, and that as long as you're not looking in a selfish way and you're looking to just learn and expand your communication skills and actually learn how to do the tarot, that there's no damn problem with it at all. And because otherwise, if you don't practice, you will never learn. And yeah, I think I was a little bit dumb to believe something like that, but you live and you learn. And yeah, I'm going to definitely go forward this time and learn it myself, because if I don't pull it daily, even if it's not a question about myself, how are you going to learn to interpret those things? There's so many symbols and images for that kind of thing. It'd be impossible to learn tarot. To play my guitar, just pick it up and make some noise for 15 minutes straight. And then of course, because I am a vocalist, I do want to be doing that with my voice too. So I do my warm-ups in the morning, get my voice ready to go. That way it is in more of a better condition. So even if I do have a rougher day or whatever, I'll be more even prepared to talk during that day without having to have that stress of thinking I'm causing myself damage. And of course, I'll have to skip that voice thing after the surgery happens on the 14th for a little bit. But once I'm healed, I'm going right back to it for sure. And then of course, write music daily. So once I'm able to do so, I'll be writing with my guitar, but I have to get my skills back up again. It's been a bit. But yeah, I'll be writing with my lyrics, trying to write melodies every day, recording them, all of that stuff. And this morning routine actually makes me excited to get up in the morning. Before, I didn't really have much responsibilities to do anything, and I didn't really want to get up, and when I did get up, I would get distracted. So this is something that is energizing, and I feel like it's going to be taking care of my spiritual health, my mental health, and my dreams and my goals, and making sure that I am showing up for myself, so that when the time comes, I can show up for others and really show them what I have to offer. That was my little morning routine to help me build new habits, and it's a little witchy, it's a little musical, and it's awesome. Yeah, so let me know what you think down below, and let me know any morning routines that you like to do in the morning. Do that in the comments, or anything you struggle with in the morning. or if you have any tips also on being a better morning person, because it's a hard go for me for sure. It's going to take me a little bit to fully be integrated into this and be really into it the whole time. I'm going to be sleeping and a little bit cranky, I think, for a bit. But I know I'll be doing it for the absolute best, because if someone as busy as Lizzie can do it, why the fuck can't I, right? So anyways, rock on, loves, and I hope you have a great week. Bye. Oh, I also do not want to leave you guys hanging, so I'm not gonna get super into it, but another reason why I am working on my more spiritual habits is because I'm very highly suspicious that I have an evil eye placed on me. And it's something that I didn't come to very quickly. It just kind of made sense in the last couple days. I've been asking my auntie. So yeah, I didn't want to go too far into this, but I also feel like another reason why a lot of my energy has been stagnant, I've been getting sick consistently for the last 4 years, which is why I'm getting my surgery. There's so many signs. If you guys want, I can do signs and symptoms of having a curse or a hex on you, or even the evil eye. They're all a little bit different. I can definitely do that because I didn't see it, and I was actively looking and searching for reasons why life was acting this way for myself, and why manifestations weren't always coming to fruition in the way and in the time that they should have. But yeah, I definitely feel like something has been placed onto me, whether it's been intentional or not intentional, whether it's been through myself or a combination of someone else and some of my self-cursing mechanisms, because, you know, you can curse yourself. I'm not sure what it is, but I've been talking to my auntie, and Auntie April is a seasoned Wiccan, ex-Wiccan, and she is also a witch. So she's been talking to her elders, and it's all kind of pointing to signs of being a strong possibility. And so I got some binaural beats I'm working with. I have got some meditation I'm working with. I'm leaving salt in my space, salt water, and black onyx stone. Or also my black tourmaline. I am making a protection charm bag, an abundance charm bag as well, to kind of help boost the energy field for myself. And yeah, I have a lot of little things that I have in place to start to do. It's going to be a lot of work, I think, and it's something that I'm going to be continuing to work with consistently, because it's something I don't want to mess with. I'm also going to be at the end of the month, I think I'm going to be picking up some evil eye jewelry to just wear all the times to have that protection, maybe an eye of Horus, something like that. I never thought I'd have to reach that point, but it's better to be safe than sorry, and maybe a few protection amulets for my space as well, seeing as I do share a space with family, and they're not always the most positive people without putting their stuff out there. It can be a struggle living with them, especially being empathetic in a lot of ways. So yeah, that is the video, guys, and leave your tips and tricks in the down bar. Bye!